Hello. So it is Wednesday. The moon is in Pisces. It's about to be the Aries full moon. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about eighth house synastry, and karmic relationships. So personally, I have experienced eighth house sun synastry, eighth house Mars synastry, eighth house moon synastry, eighth house Mercury synastry. I have a little bit of experience with eighth house synastry. Taurus is in my eighth house. I actually dated the Taurus sun. Funny enough, this is what my karmic relationship was. So the signs of a karmic relationship. Let's start there. You might meet this person, and it might be an instant intense attraction. Like the vibes might be so good. Soon, like you might talk to this person on the phone for the first time, and it's like y'all got a lot in common. The conversation is flowing naturally, or whatever the case may be. Y'all might have sex upon the first meeting, and it just might be really good sex. Like the initial attraction and those first couple of months of y'all being together is going to be the best. It's going to seem like you in total deep love. But then the tables gonna turn. The tables turn, and then it start getting codependent. You start to not understand each other. You start to learn more about this person to understand, like, oh wait, damn, like they're not really who I thought they were. So that being said, you already too deep in at this point. So it's kind of like things might go really, really low. Things might go really, really high. When things are low, you stay because you wanna that high feeling again. You want that feeling when everything was perfect, when everything was going good, when you was so in love. But that's at this point that's unattainable, right? So this person brought in your life to teach you certain lessons. You either could have trauma bonded this person, y'all could have had a like strong sexual attraction, and that's kind of what kind of keeps y'all together. It's not coming from a place of, oh, you love this person unconditionally. It's coming from a place of attachment or a binding that you can't leave this person. So that's what makes these types of relationships really, really, really hard to disconnect from, because you feel like if you leave this person, it's gonna be the end of the world. You're not gonna ever find love again, whatever the case may be. And me having experienced this, it taught me a lot. It's actually when I like got my spiritual awakening. Also, Saturn was squaring my fucking Saturn at that time too. So I was going my Saturn square, and I was going through this like karmic relationship cycle, and I was just that was what made me dive deeper into astrology, like in the 2019, early 2020. Because I was trying to understand what was going on, because I was so confused. I was like, why is this happening to me? But like I was researching this too, and I was watching videos, and like some people say they can stay in these relationships. I don't think necessarily, unless the other person and you are consciously aware of this pattern and you are doing the inner work together. I don't think that it would be a lasting relationship. Um, but once y'all do learn the lesson, then you guys might end up slowly breaking away from each other. But you will always remember this person. There could be a dynamic of one of you being emotionally unavailable. There could be a dynamic of one person is kind of like a victim in their life, or let's say they just went through a lot in life, and you just come in like knight in shining armor and try to not try to, but kind of like take all of their problems away, if that makes sense. And that's what also makes them attached to you, and they don't want to let you go because of that. So it's a very, very interesting industry. It's very intense. It's like y'all try to break away from each other, but y'all go back. Try to break away from each other, but y'all go back. And 9 times out of 10, one of the parties might not ever get over that person. They'll always remember how the way they treated them, whether it was good or bad. Like, wow, all right, don't stay in a relationship if it's starting, like, you actually getting abused. Like, somebody put their hands on you, you need to find your way out. You need to do your best to get out of that. I don't condone that at all. But I do understand how it could be hard to break away from people sometimes, especially when you feel like you invested so much into a person. It's really hard to let that stuff go. And that's kind of what these karmic relationships or eighth house relationships do to you. It's really, really hard to let go. But my advice is just to be aware, do your research, and understand that these relationships are a thing for a reason. They are placed into your life to teach you a lesson about self-love, self-respect, and also self-understanding, or even get you into spirituality because of that said relationship. So I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. It's a hard thing to go through, but I think if you do the inner work and you realize the patterns and get yourself out of it, you could be rewarded ultimately at the end. So, but yeah, let me know what you think, I guess. I told myself in October I'm gonna get in the habit of making more videos. So, yeah, I'm not really good at this, but I feel like it's kind of fun to do, talk about different things. I like talking about astrology. I like talking about psychology. I like talking about relationships. I like talking about how the human mind works and any other random stuff that I feel like talking about, honestly. But yeah, so that's my plan. And thank you. Bye.